Hey everyone, I just wanted to kind of show you a little bit on my kanji cards. I just pretty much started, it's still the beginning of the year, so I haven't gotten that far. And I did start these, I believe in November or October. This is my 4th grade Jukugo cards. I believe you've seen them before. When I had the 3rd grade ones, it's pretty much similar to what I had the last year. I just have my Jukugo. This is the first ring that I have so far. So it is probably about 40 cards, 40 kanji in. I'm using, you've seen this book, this drill book as my outline. And then, let's see, I started October 11th, 2016. And you pretty much just, I take the card, I start out with a blank card. I make lines on it with my handy ruler. It took me forever to find a 15 centimeter ruler. And then I go through and I use these two books. These two books have very common words in it because they're geared towards children, so they're going to have common words. So you can kind of see which ones I've already done. If I can open it. The ones that are circled. The ones that are circled are done. I don't know what percentage I have completed, but there is 200 kanji in 4th grade. So that's these. And I go through, write them down, and I date it and everything when I did it. It's just kind of fun to go back and look at when I actually did a certain kanji. But next to the kanji, there are example words, and these ones are common words, so I always use these. So those are what I'm looking for. So I have these two for example words, and then of course the examples that they have here. But let's see. So here, oops, that way. On the example words, so you can see this is how it looks for each kanji. They give you the kunyomi reading, onyomi give you the kanji, the stroke number, and then they have the uses, so certain example words, and then they have bushu, mei, so the name of the radicals, and then they give you the strokes, and they give you practice to write out the kanji as well. So this is the drill book that I use for, or one of the drill books that I use for my flashcards. This is the other one. It's also 4th grade. So I get good different kanji. Oenkyo, kenbikyo, kagami mochi. This is pretty much the same thing. It doesn't have all of the strokes, as you can see. They just show you the main ones. The kanji, the name of the radical, and then the readings, the uses, and the stroke count. And then they have Renshusho, which means to let's practice. So they give you an area to practice the kanji, and you can see I did mess up. It's easy to do that. It's a little closer look inside the drill book. Between each drill pages, they give you an area to practice what you've already learned. So they give you like these little quizzes after every few pages in both of the drill books. These drill books are pretty decent price. Obviously they're cheaper if you can buy them at a real Daiso, but they are about I think they're about $6, including shipping. I found them on eBay, and you can order them in packs now where you can get multiples, and they will cost a little less. I mean, these books aren't that big, you know, they're just drill books. The kanji cards I had before, the ones I made before, I have the kanji example words, verbs, and then on the other side I write out the pronunciation along with the translation, and then I have the pronunciation for the kanji I'm learning highlighted. So they're just like my old kanji cards, and that's just what they look like. And I take them pretty much everywhere with me. Sometimes I don't have much time to work on them, but whenever I do, I just pick a random card and go through them. So that is what these, after I complete the card, so I'm on page, I have no idea, I'm in here somewhere. This is my next kanji. So I go in, and this is my notebook. This is actually the Kurikaishi book that I had done a long time ago, but I turned it into something different. So that is the back of it, actually. I believe that these notebooks, you use it this direction, the normal direction for kanji, and then if you were going to do like grammar, it opens up the normal way that we would open books. So this one's my 4th grade kanji. There's the cover. So this is what it looks like. So I have the first kanji, write down the date, and I write down the kanji, and then to the left is the kunyomi, onyomi, and then I have all the strokes, 14 strokes. I have the bushu, if you can see it. It's kind of blurry. And I have example words. Sorry about the blurriness. And then I have example sentences. So that is what my notebooks look like. So they're actually kind of fun to write. Some of them I write imagery on the bottom if I could think of anything to help me remember the kanji. The goal is not to use English, pretty much. So that is what I do for my kanji cards. So I was pretty consistent with the kanji, especially at the very beginning. And then I took a little break from it to work on grammar. A little bit more on my book. A little bit more on my jo, or I should say just my kanji menshu book. You can kind of see how it's used. So yeah, I kind of copied what I did last year, but I've changed it up just a little bit. And most recently, I do have to keep a sheet between the pages on the ones I'm working on because it does rub off onto the page below it. So this is the last one I've worked on recently. There it is. See it. Working on two, so I am working on the intermediate in Japanese, which is this one, and I am also working on a book that a lot of you guys have heard about, Tobira. So, Jokie no Tobira. A lot of people talk about this one. It sounds like a good book to go into after you have completed Genki. I always buy everything used, so there is writing all over the book, but that's okay. And I think whoever had this book before me was actually Korean, because you have Korean in here, which is really kind of cool. because I have wanted to study Korean, so it's actually really cool to see Korean in here. But anyway, so I am doing these. I do one chapter out of this book, and then I do one chapter out of this book, and I go back and forth. So right now, I'm not that deep into these yet. So with my 4th grade studies, I'm also going to be doing both textbooks this year. Sounds kind of a little bit much, I know, but I'm actually really excited about these. And wait to show you this notebook in a year. This is what it looks like now. So it's very empty. What I have is the front, and I have these separated, divided by color. So we have tango, and we have kaiwa. Oh wow, I didn't spell that right. Man, how did I not notice that? That's so bizarre. I don't really have many of those left, so I'm just gonna mark it out like that. Sorry, that's wrong, but it should be kaiwa and yomimono, and then I have 2 spaces for the other colors. So I forgot it already. So tango, so the beginning behind this strip will be new vocabulary for tobira. So it's kind of a mess right now, but I've been rewriting a lot of this. I finally got it to where it's more organized. And then the green is whatever it said, kaiwa, and then yomimono on the back, and then I can add more. And the front is all grammar. Bunpo, I'm gonna make a mokuji. Mokuji once I get everything down together. And right now it's pretty basic. Not much to see here. And I use the reinforced paper that Excel makes. I don't really like the 5-star, so that is what I have going on here. So there's not much in here at the moment. So I wasn't sure if I had mentioned these books, but between these two so far, I definitely like Tobira better because of the amount of kanji and the amount of Japanese, whereas this book does lean more towards English speaking. There's a lot more English in this book, but the grammar points are easy to understand, so it definitely doesn't fall short for that. But like, let me find the grammar for this. See, it does have English in it. This is just the grammar points, because obviously they have to be able to explain the grammar, but when you get down to like the sentences and stuff, they don't put any English. What they do, and same with the dialogue, they're pretty similar, honestly, in that way. Pretty much they give you the dialogue and then they give you vocabulary. So you really don't rely too much on English. So it's kind of nice. There is a lot of furigana, so and there's a lot of readings. I really like the readings, but they're honestly nothing any more different than, say, the books that I get. My science books, which I'm almost done with, finally. Because once I'm done with it, I'm going to move on to Finding Nemo. But that is where I am right now. And then let me pause it here. I just wanted to show you that I did get another novel recently. Bakemono no Ko. You guys probably won't be too interested in seeing it, so it's just a clip a little bit. Not much furigana, but pretty simple kanji. It's also one of the novels I will be reading soon. There's ISBN number. It's the ISBN number for the Hamatora. So, Hamatora. So, it's nothing much to see, so that's why I was going to show you guys a lot of really cool things about the anime novels is that they usually give you cool bookmarks and stuff, and of course the pull-out posters, Well, they're actually just posters you leave in the book, but you can pull them out and look at them. So there is some pictures, but most of the pages are just text. So not much to see. Chapters. Once again, just another novel. So if you're a fan of a specific anime, you can actually find novels, especially if it's a very popular anime. They have some for Tokyo Ghoul, and let me think, what else have I seen them? I think I have one. I have like the series, the 2-book series, the Another, to find anime books that you're interested in, because they motivate you to practice. So you can see there is very little, if any, hiragana. So just keep that in mind. Kanji don't look too complicated, but some of them I've never seen, so I think once you get through 6th grade kanji, you should be able to read that. And then we have the 3 different stories from Blue Exorcist. I'm not sure if any of these come first, but I just saw the title of this one because they don't really say. This one says Home Sweet Home. Home Sweet Home. So this one is another little poster thing. These are kind of cool. And the prologue. I don't know if there's any pictures. There's pictures of the characters. Looks like there might be some. Oh. Sweet Home. So there's the chapters. The page number, prologue is on that page. Home Sweet Home. Page 11, so on and so forth. And looks like there's a lot more hiragana in this book. A few pages with pictures, but I think they're probably just chapters. Something poison, snake and poison. Is that Hebi Toku? I think. But I'm not 100% certain. I'll have to look that up. We have Kuro at the bottom. Santa Claus. Aww. But yeah, so I mean, they're just pretty much extended stories with characters that you know. So it's kind of cool. ISBN number for Home Sweet Home. And this one, let's see if I can figure this one out. Burada de fueari teiru. Burada Teru. Not sure. It says Buradi, so bloody. Fueariteru. So there's the ISBN number for this one. I think there's a lot of stories. I'm actually not 100% certain. These are the only ones ones that I found. I did find these ones on eBay, so I don't know if they're available on. I don't know if they're available on Amazon, but they probably are. Body Friday. Not sure. Pretty much the same thing. So, I'm not going to. There it is again. I'll have to look that up. Sorry. This doesn't sound familiar to me. And the last one. Oh, Weekendo. Oh, Weekend Hero. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. As some of these, I'm not very good at reading katakana words. So there's the ISBN number. But I still couldn't figure out that other book. So, kind of like the picture, the poster on this one. I do like the characters. Anyway, these are just some of the novels that I got recently. Thought I would show them to you. And sorry again if that heater is making a lot of noise. It is very cold out. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. I don't know if you guys have heard of this novel. It's by Max Brooks, World War Z. It is an English novel, actually, and they translated it into Japanese, so I decided to give it a shot. It says Waruto wa Zeto, so World War Z, and pretty much it's not much to see. Is their novels. I've had these for a while, and I don't remember if I've shown the ISBN numbers for these before. A lot of these books will come in 2 parts, especially really long novels. So this one is a 2-parter. I have the, I read this first back when I was probably still in middle school or high school. I don't remember. So I have quite a collection of zombie novels. That's really what got me interested in reading. And so this was like one of my first novels. So it's just kind of really cool to see it in a different language. I don't know how many languages they've translated it to, but this is one of them. And since I'm studying Japanese, perfect for me. And also I've noticed that the kanji in this novel is very small compared to my other novels. Also, the color on the side is a little different. So, I believe the blue color is more for men, or more, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but I have noticed in some videos where in libraries where you see a whole bunch of blue is usually more men-based novels. You see, I believe, green for children, maybe. I could be wrong, though. And I'm sure there's another color, like a pale color. I don't know, it seems like yellow seems to be like a mystery or thriller novels. So I'm not 100% certain. It's just something I've noticed in watching videos of like bookstores and such. So I mean, if anyone knows that would be really, really interesting. So yeah, thanks for watching.